So we're back here at round 6 at the Malmo pre-release of Gatecrash, and we have, let's see here, is it Niklas Nordgren on the left and Martin said accounts on the right. And I have not seen the Martin's deck, but I think we had Niklas before, and I think he was playing the Boros deck that went pretty badly for the last round. Funny. See if it goes better for him this time. Players have shuffled their decks and have drawn their cards, and we should be going quite soon. I think we see a mulligan coming out from Niklas. Or no, it's from for Martin. I mean, sorry. He's gonna draw a 6-card hand, and we'll see what he gets. Looks like there's a few lines at least, and oh, it looks like it's Simic deck on the right against the Boros on the left. Should be interesting. So we see gate coming out from both parties. No 2-drop from the Boros deck though, and no 2-drop from the Simic deck. So we're gonna go to the 3rd round. Let's see, there's probably another plane's gonna come down from the Boros deck and from Niklas, and let's see if he has any good 3-drop to go with that. Not throws down the planes, and we see that 2/1 coming out again. That's just the artifact that don't take any combat damage. Prevent combat damage. Let's see what happens now. 3-drop coming out. That's a 3/1 flyer with trample. And we're going to see an attack from Niklas. Just going to turn that 2/1 over. It's going to be 2 damage. Going to force Martin down to 18. And then another 3-drop, and it's going to be the Beast. Amber Beast. And that's a 3/4 for 3 that cannot attack alone. That's quite a good combo, actually, to have with the artifact. Um, 3/1 flyer that's going to attack for 3. Bring Niklas down to 17. Another gate comes down. What was that? Yeah, that was another gate. He's going to throw down another 3/1 flyer with trample. He's going to have 6 power on the board. Flying. Might be a quick race to the finish here in this battle. I'm going to see double attack coming out from Niklas. Going to flip both these guys over. It's going to be 5 damage. Bringing Martin down to 13. Or wait, 14? Let's see, 13, yeah. Another land for Martin. Throwing down the 5-drop. Oh, there we go. Actually, not a clue. That should be the flyer with X power and toughness. Is it? And it should be a 3/3 flyer then. Yeah, 3/3 flyer should be. So we see 2 of the artifacts, 2/1s on the left, and there he's gonna just swing it, and he's gonna be blocking one of the 2/1s. That's gonna be another 5 damage coming in. He doesn't cast anything else. I'm gonna see him go down to 8, but I think he's gonna be able to raise this with that amount of power on the board. He plays out. What was it? I didn't see before he picked it up. So let's see. It was set to 3/2 for striker. With battalion, yeah, I think it is. So, looking as it is now, he's got 9 power of flying in the air. But Niklas is on 11 health, so he should be okay if there's no boost coming in. And he's threatening kill on the next hit if he lets more than 3 guys in, or 3 or more. So I think Martin's going to have a bit of a thought, take his time here and see what he really wants to do. Against a Boros deck, you always have to be aware of like cards like Boros Charm doing 4 damage and stuff like that. So he's gonna flip 2 of them over. He's gonna attack for 6. Gonna force lethal on the next turn. He's gonna have another play. And now comes the Rogue. That's a 2/2 Rogue. That's unblockable against everything but rogues. And then he's gonna copy his biggest character. And that's gonna be a 3/3. Is it not? Or does he? Yeah, I think it is. So he's gonna pass the turn and feel quite comfortable with 3 blockers. And having Nicholas on just 5 health with those 6 power in the air for the next turn. Nicholas gonna try his best here now. He's gonna attack with everything. Let's see what he can make of this. So that's 4, that's 7, that's 10 power attacking right now. And Martin is on 8 health. Or 8 lives. Whatever you wanna call it. Blocking with the 3/3 onto the 2/1 artifact. And the other 3/3 is going to block the other one. And it looks like he's going to sacrifice his rogue on one of the 3 power creatures. Thinking. Let's see, he decides to block it. Decides to block the 3/2 first strike creature. So as of right now, we have 3 power going through. Martin is on 8 life. And what can Nicholas do? The next round, there's going to be 12 power in the air going in. And yep, that's going to be the game. So, from what I could see, Martin takes the first game. And we see the Boros deck starting up. 1 mountain go. Island go from the Simic, and we're going to go see if we're going to have a 2-drop this time. No 2-drop this time either for the Boros deck. That seems quite slow to me. Like, I don't think I have seen a 2-drop from him this entire game. Or not the game either. So let's see if we can have a little more luck for the board guy this time and see if we can get some more creatures onto the table. We put down the 3/4 Amber Beast that cannot attack or block alone. And we have the blue creature there. Which one is that? And there's the green mana creature. Let's check out the blue one first. Frilled Oculus, yeah, that's the one. Okay, the 3/2 battalion guy comes down again for the Boros. It's a 3/2 battalion. If he attacks with 2 other guys, he gets first strike. 4th land for Simic, and he's just going to pass the turn. Still, only 3 lands for the Boros player. Nicholas only has 3 lands, and I think he's suffering quite a lot from his mana problems. Yeah, Brent, that's his has mana problems in all 4 games. Yep. And he throws down the artifact 2-1 again and passes the turn to the Simic player and Martin. And let's see if he has anything interesting to play. He's going to throw down another island. He's going to land himself on 5 lands, as well as the mana guy. And that frilled Oculus is a 2 mana 1/3. It gets 2/2/+ on the end of turn. You can activate only once for 1 and 1 green. A go from the Simic player leads into.
Mind infantry.
That is the 2/3, right? With battalion. 2/3 with battalion. 2+0+.
Sure.
And he's going to pass the turn again. It doesn't feel like there's any use throwing his beast into that frilled Oculus. So, since he can't attack alone, he has to sacrifice another creature just to get an attack off, and he doesn't want to do that, so he's going to sit back. See Martin taking his time. Is that a breakaway? There we go. It was a little bit laggy. So let's see here. He's gonna draw his card, put down another island, and we see a 6 drop, and it's gonna be interesting. It's a flying dragon. And it's gonna evolve his mana creature, which will add mana now, since it has a +1/+1 counter. Nicholas again, still stuck on 3 lands. He's having a tough time these games. Both the last game and this game, he's had such rotten luck with the mana. Here we finally get the 4th land down. What can he do with it? His board is not looking too bad. If he can just get some more pressure out, should be able to do fine.
Gideon. Alright. Sen vi kan göra något annorlunda med. Jag har tyvärr inga fler tärningar. Men jag river sönder denna. Vi kan ta den här tärningen.
Oh, we're gonna have Gideon come down. That's interesting. So the new Gideon comes down for the Boris player. I'm gonna actually bring him up so I can see all his abilities. There we go. So while Martin is reading the Gideon, I'm gonna actually throw it up for you as well. We have the +1 ability is put a loyalty county on Gideon, Champion of Justice, for each creature target opponent controls. And then the 0 ability, on the end of turn, Gideon, Champion of Justice, becomes an indestructible human soldier creature with power and toughness equal to the number of loyalty counters on him. He's the Planeswalker. And then his -15 is exile all other permanents. And he's going to pass the turn and be happy with just having that Gideon behind his wall of creatures. There we go. We're going to see draw 3 cards, and you may play an extra land this turn. Come down for the Simic player. That is Martin. This game is developing into quite a stalemate, but having Gideon on your side seems quite strong in a stalemate. So let's see what Martin can do to try and get rid of the Gideon. Being a game down though, Nicholas can't really be bringing it out too long. Right now we have a 27 minutes until time, and if this game would draw out for a long time and then he would have to win the third game, it might be complicated for him. So we see another land. There it goes down on the table. So he now has eight mana on the table, plus his green mana guy. He's gonna have a long think about this because just thinking about that Gideon exploding. Three cards in Nicholas' hand, and I think 3 cards for Martin as well. Yeah, I can agree with you, Mackerel. And there we see Martin playing very slow, actually, thinking forever. And I think seems like he's able to stall this quite a long time. Three mana play. I'm going to see the 3/1 flying with trample come down. And he wanted to evolve his mana guy one more time. So as of right now, 4 mana, 4 creatures in play, as well as Gideon. Four cards in Martin's hand, and 4 in Nicholas as well. I think he's gonna make his Gideon into a dude now. So we might have a swing coming out from Nicholas. We see Ember Beast getting tapped, the 2/3 with Battalion getting tapped, the 2/1 artifact is gonna get tapped as well. He's gonna attack with Gideon. And is that gonna be it for now? Four mana available, so should always be thinking about the combat tricks. Life total right now 15 for Nicholas and 20 for Martin. Let's see how it goes with this attack step. It goes quite slowly. We're gonna see a declared blocker step, and we're gonna have 3-1 blocking the 2-3 battalion. See the Amber Beast getting blocked by the green mana creature, and the Oculus thing is gonna be on the 2-1. And see a trade with the 3-1 flyer and the 2-3 battalion is gonna trade, and Gideon's gonna do his damage, and then he's gonna play out a 3-2 flyer Griffin. We're gonna see the fight spell come out. 1 green or red +1, and you're gonna have 2 creatures fight, and he's gonna kill off the 3-2 Griffin. Still only 4 mana on the Gideon side, on Boris' side. Another mana comes down for Martin. He's now got, let's see, 3, 6, 9 mana on the board. Should leave him with about 8 in the deck. Looks like he has another one of those fight cards in his hand, as well as a flyer. I think that's the 0-1 Evolve flyer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. It's going to throw it down as well. We'll see a 4 mana drop. And I'm not really sure what that card is, but he's going to be evolving the 0-1 flyer to a 1-2 flyer. Martin's taking his time, thinking out his moves very thoroughly. Seems like he's grouping up his creatures for an attack, and he might be able to get some power down on Gideon. Finally going to have an attack, and see Phil Oculus is going to attack, as well as the mana creature and the flying dragon. And I'm wondering if they were attacking the player or Gideon. It's going to boost. He's going to attack Gideon, and it's going to boost as well onto the Frilled Oculus to get the Gideon out of the play. Now it's looking quite grim, you have to say, for the Boris, for Nicholas, because 3 creatures in play. Not that strong creatures against the evolving Simic deck with a good setup, a lot of mana. Yeah, it's looking grim for Nicholas. It's about 18 minutes until time, so they have plenty of time for now, but the third game might get troublesome. And at this rate, there wouldn't be a third game. We're going to have another fight. It's going to be the Dragon against the Ember Beast, and the Ember Beast is going to go down, and he's going to pass over to Nicholas. He's going to have 2 characters, or 2 creatures left on his side of the board, and that's the 2-1 artifact and the 3-2 battalion first strike guy. stuck on 4 lands now. Still having problems with the mana. Finally, his 5th mana comes down. And what can he have for? It's looking really grim. Like, so much pressure coming out from Simic, and such a good board presence. It's going to be hard for Nicholas to really come back from this. Even though he's got 15 life, like, even putting out 1 creature every turn, he has to be on the defensive, and that's not where Boras want to be. That should be a Cyclops, yes. I'm just gonna check out the stats on the Cyclops. So he's gonna pass the turn, and it's gonna be Simic with Martin Zetterkrantz, and he's gonna be quite happy with having his turn. And that Fortress Cyclops, by the way, is a 5-drop 3/3. When it attacks, it gets 3+0+, and when it blocks, it gets 3 toughness. So quite a good both offensive and defensive tool. But having flyers and nothing to defend against them, that should be in trouble in just a few turns. He should be able to finish this game off. Five mana goes down. It's going to be putting that creature on top of the owner's library, and he's going to swing with his team. That's a 1/2 flyer, and that's a 4/4 flyer, and Aquas as well. They can boost for 2+2+. And the mana guys should be a 3/4 or 4/4. Well, this seems to go well for Martin. I can't really see any way out of this right now for Nicholas. He's tapped out. He's got a 2/1 artifact and a 3/2 Italian guy. It's looking quite grim. He's going to take a heavy hit here now, and he's going to boost the Frillockless. And Nicholas is going to go down to 4. Might be the last draw of the game for Nicholas here. 5 mana, 3 cards in hand. What can he have up his sleeve to save this game? Battalion, not Italian. Yeah, it just seems like the Boris player was lost out a bit when he attacked with Gideon, but he got some damage in. But against the Flyers, when he has no defense, they're just going to keep on hitting Gideon. And maybe he just wanted to get out as much as he can, but I don't know. And we see a 6. The Haste Trample guy. Does he even have first strike, maybe? Maybe he doesn't have trample. Well, he's going to get exiled at the end of third turn, and that should not be enough in any way to stop Martin from taking this game in the next turn. What is it have life link, by the way? Yeah, haste trample lifelink, yeah. So at least he's gonna get some life back with that attack. But it's gonna bring him up to 10, so I wonder if it's even gonna help. Like, he's second with 5 power in the air. He has nothing to defend against that, so that's at least 5 power down. And then only being able to block with 2 creatures, it's gonna be at least another 2 damage. And he's gonna be on 3, and that's gonna be it's gonna be terrible. So he's gonna take damage from the ball lightning thing. Ball lightning healing. And let's see if we have anything more to go here. The life total right now, 10 to 5. Puts down a 3-1 trample, and that is game.